I'm telling you this. When I watch this car tour, but can't make a pay for the car. So but watch the whole of my video. Anyways, yeah. Let's do a full walkthrough. Alright. So compared to the 2007 one, that one is kind of longer and is a bit bigger, but I kind of prefer the shape of the 2007 one. But I do like the upgrades in this one. So I might have to turn on some light on this one. I do have a light, but I don't know if it's gonna show that well. So we're gonna go inside. This is the front. Yes, I'm using the car, so you're gonna see stuff on it. So one of the things I'm gonna like about it, honestly, there's a lot that I like. It's very smooth, like sleek. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna start with a bunch of differences. Actually, it is very, I don't know if it's the new car effect, but it's very sleek. For my old car, I had my brake did the right, so sometimes I kind of step still, but that's not anymore. No, like your emergency brake is just a button away, which is cool. I'm used to actually having the automatic stick for drive. Now when you go in, first of all, it has Android Auto, so that's dope. Dynamic mode, I've never used this, don't really know what it's for. But you have your airbag right here to turn it on or off, the park, reverse, and drive. With that, this is very different from other car because the stick we used to use, so getting used to them button, there was a thing. Once you turn it on, should I turn it on? Yes, let me do that. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. So these buttons are for Android Auto. You can do home, you can split the screen, so you can have more than one. So push start, very different. So it's in accessory mode. I'm gonna start the actual engine yet, I'm having it in accessory mode. And then the screen comes on. So this is how it looks on the screen. Android Auto, you have your map, you have YouTube Music or whatever app you use for music, phone calls, your mic, and this right here helps you to split the screen. So if I wanted to do my map and something else, I would click this and I would see it split the screen. The map would be on one side and then this would be on that side. I'm not going to do the map because it's like showing where I am and I don't really want to show where I am, so yeah. Next you want to look at I can sync, which the button placements are different and they're more convenient. You can sync to the back AC with the front AC just by pressing this button. Everything is just more sleek, right? So like it's say you have extra charging port right here, USB-C. I think this is USB 2.0 right here as well, which is great. There's a lot of charging ports. This is a great idea because especially like if you're connecting your Bluetooth to this and then you had the GPS and you need to charge, this comes in handy. So this is no contact charging, contactless charging, so I just rest my phone here and it start charging it. You can turn it on and off and you can still use Android Auto, still use everything, just rest it here and it charges your phone while you're using it driving and doing whatever else that you're doing. I attempted to put purple coasters in here, but they were too small. But the thing is, the reason why I kept them is because they fit in the back, which I'm going to show you soon. They fit in the back. But yeah, I tried to add purple coasters, that didn't work out. We're going to go ahead and do the cup holder. Next, we're going to go ahead and do the cup holder where you can store small things. I'm glad they have this because one of the things people underestimate is having like a pen or a marker or something in your car. Tell me, say I lie, me I tell. You can put coins in there too, but the pen or the marker come in handy for me, and keys and a little lotion. And then you have another part where it's the deeper section. I will say this though, look, this shoulder area, whatever it's called, is smaller compared to the other car, but I can see why, because they replaced a lot of stuff. They added more useful stuff rather than just having a big empty space. So this is the deep part of the cup holder, and as you can see, it's a bit smaller, but I do, you always need one of them in there. I think I'll then move this because I took something out, but I put this in here to organize it because I'm going to get another one and put on top of it if I need to add more stuff. This is for the side of the car. I'm going to show you when I go to the other side of the car where you can actually charge as well. And then I have my shades in there because sometimes, you know, the sun are blind you, so you have your shades to cover up. And you have your spray just in case. You never know when you need to spray, so why not have that inside your car? Those are things that you need inside your car. The buttons to control the chair to go back and forth. And yeah, I know my camera on vacuum, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. This is what I was talking about a while ago. There's an outlet place here, so that car charger that I have, I can just take it out. Passenger can take it out and put it right here, and then can use it for charging phone if the other ports are filled. Then you have the glove compartment, very small. Don't put a lot of stuff in there, just the important stuff. One thing I forgot to show is that this also have, let me tell you this something. One thing this car full of are outlet. Listen, your phone, you don't have no reason for not for that. Your phone, your tablet, your light, nothing is supposed to do with the amount of outlets this have. So this have the car charger outlet as well, like what I have down there, and it have your USB 2.0 charger as well that we can. And the next thing is it has a little dip here, so you know it won't close on it. You just do it like this and then leave it like that, and then you just close it. And it doesn't squish this. Passenger side was really quick. I feel like this is not going to be like a fancy car tour, but you know, I do what I can do. Now for the back seat, especially if you have kids. Whew. Okay, let's begin. I have car covers on my seat, chair covers, because I have kids, and I remember the last car with the car seat on it, it kind of did damage the leather seat. So I went ahead and got some chair covers. This chair cover, you can get it wet, you can get messes on it, and all you have to do is rinse it off, wash it off, dry it, and it will be fine. It fits perfectly on my chair. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just put it on. It has a little compartment right here where you can put, I put change of clothes in it. You don't have to. I put my daughter's pencil crayons and stuff because she drives actually in the car, so it has those little pockets to put things in it. Or you can put wipes, whatever you need. You can put wipes. There's a part there for storage. I think that was very smart of them. Having that on the seat, I avoid some of the damages to the chair itself, and it holds my big car seat, right? So the next thing I want to show you is this section as well. I think I'm gonna have to lift up this front. Hold on. The next thing I want to show you is, this is a seat without the car seat. The chair covers is on it, so I use that especially when we go swimming. And then she has her crayons. As a matter of fact, this pencil box is supposed to be in the house. This is not in the car pencil box. I don't know why she put this in here, but when we get home we're gonna have to take that out. So since them draw and color while we're in the car, I got this. I got this from the dollar store. Yes, my car accessories. This is like a realistic car accessories for people with kids. Like I'm not just putting plain old useless things inside of it, things we're meant to use. So this is, I guess, a little caddy. I don't know, one of them organizing stuff, and I put it right here because when she had the pencil case in here, when the driver make turns, it slide all over the place and the crayon and stuff. So I said, all right, let me get this. Let me go ahead and get this from the dollar store, put it right in here in the middle of the cup holder, put her crayons and stuff in there, and we don't have to worry about it flying all over the place. And honestly, if you have kids and you have a car like this, works perfectly. The next thing I have in here is this little caddy. All right, so this is like a caddy for all their toys, crayons. My son sometimes may or may not draw, but my daughter draw a lot, so this is the caddy for the stuff, whatever they have in it. So as you can see, she brought this in here today, took it out, but usually she have some other little toys and things, and instead of having them all over the car, this caddy comes in handy because guess what, we can just rest it right here. So rest them camera in this, so the sharpener in this, so, and I just put it down here, so when I drive, in addition to that, let's say we go somewhere where we have to wait, I have the caddy to just put some of the crayons and stuff in there and hold this with the handle and carry it with me, and then she can use it while we're waiting in a waiting area or anything like that. So this comes in handy for that. This is my daughter's car drawing book. Honestly, I just leave this on top of here because she's using it while she's in the car. When she's not, I just put it on the chair, put it on the car seat, and it's perfectly fine. My son, he's older, so he knows to bring it in and out of the car with him if he needs to, and if he wants to leave one in here, he can. But because my younger one, she needs to have something in here to keep her occupied, so that's why I actually keep a book in here to make sure that she's occupied and not like bored or anything while we're driving. So that is something that if your child is into that, it is a way to let me look at you. So if your child is into that, it is a way to, so if your child is into that, as if they're into drawing, it's a way to get them to not have to be on the tablet while we're driving to, like, you know, small places, like them offer them on the side. That's a way to distract them from using the tablet. So if you have a small child and you're trying to figure out ways in which to occupy them while you're driving, find something that they like to do. So my daughter, she likes to draw, so guess what, she's gonna get a book and crayons, and that's going to be in the car all the time, so she can have that while we're driving, so we can kind of not have her focused on the tablet, and it works for me. And one thing I want to point out though, let's say you have a young child, and let's say you see this video and you want to know how can you get them into that rather than being on the tablet. I tell you, it starts from them young. So she was drawing and writing from she was young, and at some point she did have a tablet, but after a while, when we see how addicted they can get to it, but kind of start take it away from her and then turn her focus to these things. I'm not saying she doesn't use it at all, but like little mini things that we have to do, I try not to give it to her. So we're driving and you're probably in the car, sometimes she even in there sing, sometimes she looks through the window. Instead of me saying, all right, we're doing like a 10-15 minutes drive, hold this, I'm like, here's the book, here's a crayon. That's what's in the car, the tablet in the car, that's she in the car, so that's what she used. And she do arts and craft. I forgot to show you in the little caddy as well, I add like her scissors, I add paper, and she can cut them up. And with the caddy, if it's garbage, she just stuff it in the caddy, and then I just empty it out, right? I just empty it out for her to like eliminate all the mess. But this is a tangent, but that's just a way to get your child to do stuff other than being in the tablet if you're looking for a way to do that in the car. So that's why I have all those stuff there. And yes, she has a plug, like if we do long distance driving, she still draw. She probably not gonna draw the whole time, but you know, she still draw, and I will have the tablet for like a short period of time, and she uses it and put it down, and then she can go back to drawing, looking through the window, things like that. So it's basically like, what I'm saying is try to figure out a way how to balance it so they can do different things. You know, I'm not perfect, I learn as I go along, and this is just something that works for me, you know. So try it and see how it works for you. Also, whew, that was a lot. I don't know how this car tour turned into that, but it is a car tour for like people with kids, and you need your kids to use the car, and these are accessories that are worth having if you have kids, and basically what they do. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. I know I mentioned that my kids draw, well, Autumn draw, AJ sometimes they will draw, sometimes he'll just look through the window, use the camera, do other things. Find out what they like. Maybe they like to read, because she doesn't know how to read fully yet, but if she gets to the point where she can read, I can tell you that I can have books in here for her to read. Maybe them like arts and craft, something, have a way to put it in the car for them so them can use it. If you want to balance it out, for sure them say, yo, when you're bored, you don't always have to use a tablet, you can do something else and have it in your car, so that way that way you can get like a bit of peace in the car, but also know, okay, they're not just doom scrolling you. All right, let's get back to the car tour. All right, yes, the ground dirty, you know, it's a car, I'm gonna use it, and it's been reading for about a month now. I'm gonna get the time for vacuuming it out properly, but just ignore that and just look one way in the car. I might do a video when I clean it. Anyway, so as I said, back here has a next USB attachment for charging port. Yo, that carrier, nothing can did. And then it have this, another one for the cigarette burning thing. Next time we put in the car charging thing, can go there. And it have the power outlet here, and then it have these two charging ports. And then it has the back seat controller for the AC. My kids are not really trouble this more than so, but it did it just in case they need it. You remember earlier when I mentioned the cup holders, the purple ones, they hold in the back seat cup holders. I don't know why, but they hold. And honestly, I think those two I'm gonna put in the back seat. Another thing I wanted to show that is in my car. So I put this in my car because it's been a rainy season. Let me tell you something. These things, you see all of them car accessories there where people are showing you some people are showing some car accessories or some foolishness that don't even make sense, and some of them do, but some of them is just like, why? These are practical things to have in your car. If you live in a rainy area, have an umbrella. This come in handy. You see, from From the day I purchased this umbrella, I've used it so many times. It was so worth it, and it was like for $14 or $15, if so much. The best thing I could have in my car, and it's a big one for cover me and them just in case of anything. So definitely have an umbrella. Right now it's right here because it's actively raining every now and then, but when it's not, I put it in the trunk, where I'm going to show you pretty soon how the trunk is set up. How do I open it again? Oh, okay. All right, so the next thing I wanted to show you was the middle seat. So in order to open the middle seat, there's a little string right here. You pull it and you lift it up, and that's how you get the middle seat. So that's where it seats, so that way it seats 3 people instead of 1, right? So that's a bonus with the middle seat. And then one more thing I wanted to point out is that I'm gonna close it back just because that's what you need to say to show you something else. The middle seat, you can take it out. So there's a, let me not break my umbrella. There's a bit of a wire here. You pull it. So the middle seat can come out. All you have to do is pull the wire on the back, and I think the one on the front as well. It's kind of heavy though. I just kind of lift it up and it is out. But what you're gonna do is pull it this way, right? So you lift it up and pull it this way, so that way that it can come out completely. Whew. I feel like I just stripped myself. So now it is out completely. Look for garbage, it is easier. Now it is out completely. So that way they're like, if I wanted them to be able to walk back and forth, or may I pack some things in here, I just don't want the middle seat in there, I can remove it. In order to put it back now, kind of heavy though, right? Notice how it has these little hooks things. Ooh, these hook things. So that's how you're gonna put it back, right? So we're gonna go ahead and hook them on, right? Just hooked it and just rest it down. Good to go, perfectly hooked in. Let's go ahead and put back in the coasters, and then let's take it to the back seat so we can see some more things and go on with yourself a little more and show you what else they're back there. All right, so let's get to the back seat. I'm gonna put this down and then start that out. So I feel like you can sit back here comfortably with a bit of some leg room, you know, like I can sit back here. I feel like if you're tall, no matter what, whichever car, and this is like a GMC or one of them big cars, it's a tight feel, but with my height, I can sit back here. It's cool. Right. Another thing that I wanted to point out, it has a cup holder here. That's where I might put the second cup holder. Let me see if these cup holder can hold in there. Yeah, so the ones that I have up front, I'm going to go ahead and put them in here. But yeah, it has cup holder for your back passenger, which is great. Let's go ahead and put this here. 2 cup holders. I don't really know what that does. So the next thing I wanted to show is it has I don't think my old car did have this. I think what it had was the light would have there right up here. So if so much, no, it had a light in the middle because it was a 2007 ACURA, so it had a light right in the top of the middle of the ceiling here. But now you have this. You have your own little light up here, so you can turn on, well, my car off, but your back passenger can actually press the button for turn on them light back here. So I think that's so cool. It's very, very demure, very mindful, very, you know, airplane, very comfortable, very luxury feeling. I like that. So they're right up at the top here. So you don't have to pull this to get it to move. There's a button here that you can press as well to get it to move, and it will push it up for you. All right, I think this just make it go a little bit faster and actually lift the chair itself up. So now time to put it back. We're gonna go ahead and push it back. Let's do that, and it's in, all in. Ooh, all right, yeah. So the back row, what the hell? Okay, so the back row has 2 seats, but honestly you can probably put 3 people in here. you know, doing it a little Jamaican style. Now it's time to do the trunk, the best part of this, because everybody want to know what the trunk space is like. So let's go ahead and handle that. Okay, all I had to do was press this button. I should have showed the button first, but to close it, you'll press this button here and it comes down. But what I wanted to show you is this trunk space. So my old ACURA, the 2007, had a box space like this when the chair was up, but I'm not going to lie to you, the box space is a bit smaller. Like compared to how it look now, this is bigger than the 2007 box space. So I guess that's why the car is longer. I don't really like the car being that long, but I guess that's why it's longer, to, you know, to make space for, to create additional space. All right, so I'm gonna show you what in here should look like. So this is your, all right, so I just lift this up. I'm gonna take it off so we can record this. Yeah, let me take this off. Look at it. Yes, it is removable, but I'm only taking it off so I can record this. All right, so this is the depth of the space. I will say it is a good depth to kind of give you a size to kind of give you an idea. This is a dollar store basket that I bought. Yes, you never buy an expensive basket. You can get a cute basket if you want, cost more, fine, but I just went ahead and get this dollar store one, and I put my Febreze in it because why not? With my other car, the reason why I have the fabric spray in this, because when the kids, when my daughter would make mess panda, I remember that when she was younger and I said she keep herself in it or something, I would have this to spray on it, especially if we had a long distance driving, me that spray this on it. Clorox wipes is necessary. Like I always see them carrot or something, yeah, and I guess I'm not see enough of them. Come in see the same other little alcohol wipes, something that not enough. I don't need to go back and I buy it all the time. Not saying I use as much as, but Clorox wipes is a must to wipe it down. When we use it for wipe down sitting on the car, the little mess make, we use it for wipe it down. If the kids are making a mess, we use a Clorox wipe for wipe it down. So I felt like it is important to have a little thing of Clorox wipes in there. Bounty, very important. If we go somewhere, if the mess make, it's just, yeah, have a set of bounty to clean up things. So that's what's in the back of my car. I'm gonna put it in a little basket to keep it organized, so that whenever we get the spare tire, we can just rest it right here and it won't take up too much space. So that was the point of this. The next thing I want to show was this section here. Was this section here. So this is actually, I'm just now seeing this section, and I think this section would be for something like this. Like I could actually put my Clorox wipes there, I can put my Febreze in there. The only thing, but sure, I can't put my bounty in there. I never see this before, so no, this is different. Okay, all right, and I go this, but I don't know why, but since me I did the tour now, I'm actually see that storage part. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so now when I know I have like a compartment in it so you can store things, but I think for now I'm going to put it here and continue put my groceries them in it. Yeah, I like this, I like that. So I'm going to continue put them in here so I keep them in a basket. I have them right there. So the next thing I do, my umbrella is usually laid across here as well, and then once I put all of that in, let's go ahead and cover it up. All right, so now it's all covered. Now to show you how you get the chair down, so we're gonna go ahead and get the chair down. See, once you press this button, this down like that, and it goes down and you automatically have some space. That's very easy to push down, to me, very easy to create some space, you know, not too much going on. Ooh, is it wet? Oh, I think it's just cold. But yeah, all right, I think that's it for the car tour. I don't know if I missed anything else. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out, another thing, because that carrier, if one thing for sure, that carrier account for, it's accounting for extra people. All right, so here is the sunroof front. Well, this is all of it, right? And it's a bigger sunroof than the previous car. I'm going to it's a bigger sunroof than the previous car. Look, actually when you close it, there's like no light in here. I'm gonna open it back. I can't open it to halfway. I think halfway is like right there. Oh, this is halfway, and you can tilt it. to open it up, and it opens up all the way. And we're good to go. You know when to put this in a when to put this in the scene. At least you haven't recorded this bomb clock. I wonder if that.